Hello and welcome to Learnoflix Podcast. How was your weekend? Hope you had a great weekend. And today on the show we have a guest. Our guest today is Inneh Joseph, and he will be talking about how to build a lasting brand online. Inneh Joseph is Nigeria's top affiliate marketer, organic traffic sales expert who has made over 20 million naira in digital course sales purely with organic traffic. He is a mentor and a coach, and he's about to share with us today. So sit back, relax as we dive into the conversation. So thank you for joining us today on the show. My name is the energetic EJ, and I'm your host today. And today on the show, I have a guest in the house, one of our, top coaches at Learnoflix. And today we're talking about how to build a lasting online brand, especially if you're just starting out in the online space, right? And this is not to say that if you're already a guru in the online space, you can't listen in. Please listen in, because there's always something new to learn. Maybe you're going to learn one thing that you can do better in your online space already, if you're already in this space. But if you're new, this particular episode is specifically for you to learn how to build a lasting brand, how to, put your feet on the ground and hit the ground running without having too many issues, just setting up as you should from the word go. All right. And today I have with me Coach Inneh Joseph. Hi, Coach Inneh. What's up?
Hi. We're good.
Awesome. How are you today?
Grace. God is faithful. We're good. We're doing fine.
Awesome. So Coach Inneh is joining us all the way from Benin, in Nigeria. So how is Benin today?
Benin is cool. It tried raining this morning, but it did not rain. So we're fine. Benin loves rain, so they love rain here.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Good to know that the weather is awesome over there. All right, so we'll just dive into it. But before we go, we've read your profile. The profile is also going to be in the description of this, podcast. But let's just, just as a way of getting into the mood and relaxing with you and say, what is one thing that you love the most? Thing, not person. What's one thing that you love the most?
That will be the gospel of Jesus.
Correct. Awesome. I love it. Fantastic. Okay, so let's get into it. Now we're talking about how to build a lasting brand online. You have been in the online space for how long now?
This February will make it my first 1 year online.
Oh, wow.
So
and you've done so
11
much.
months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's good. And it's such a good timing because, we're kicking off this podcast in February, as you've mentioned. And so it's like, okay, 1 year in.
Yes,
what has the journey been for you? How has the journey been for you, really?
Well, the journey has been a journey of self-discovery, it's fun, a journey of freedom. Yeah, freedom. That's the number one thing, where you can choose when you wake up, right? When you sleep, when you go out, what you eat. You're no longer waiting for things to happen by chance. So I would say it's been a journey of freedom. That's the word, freedom.
That's fantastic. I love it. So what would you say it was before? Because if this is freedom, it meant that, were you in bondage? What was that? Tell us the story.
Whenever I think of where I'm coming from and where I am today, I see a journey of being intentional about your growth. Because before now, I was always praying for breakthrough. I was always hoping things will happen. I was always feeling like one of the most unfortunate people. Though I know that I'm not unfortunate, because I've always had favor come my way right from time. But for the first time in my life, after my NYSC, that phase of my life between 2018 till 2021, when I started the online marketing space, I experienced a great level of frustration, pressure, felt like a failure because I graduated with a 2.2, or more like the school gave me 2.2. That's another story. All right, but
the same way they gave you admission, eh?
Exactly. They chose what to give you, right? I tried protesting it, but then, if you don't know anyone in this country, there are some things you just can't do, right?
Just look
If you
away.
don't, if you don't have money, you don't know anyone, you are on your own. So I was just the typical average person from the average Nigerian home, knows nobody, no money, right? Literally had to work full time in a barbering salon because I can cut hair.
Oh,
Today I still
wow.
do, but more like home services this time around. So I can cut hair. I did all that to
To
support
survive
my
into,
schooling.
yeah.
So before coming online, I was tired of working in a salon because you have to stand all day, your time for money. And I told myself the kind of life I want a life where I have time freedom, where I can devote time to the work of God, devote time to family, devote time to friends. So the things I like doing, not stay in one place and work, and yet I'm not richer than Dangote. So what's the point? And so I wanted a white collar job in Abuja, in National Assembly. They were paying 120K per month. Now 120K looks like 10,000 naira, but then it felt like a million naira. All right. So 120K per month, like, that was breakthrough,
Yeah.
I met a friend in National Assembly Abuja, and he said he will help me. I go help you now, we date till date. Right.
My goodness.
I sent CV, I sent recharge card money, I would transport down, I would call and call and call. Funny enough, let me just go ahead of myself a little bit. After I became an affiliate marketer, that same person that wanted to help me came to me to say, I want to learn
your
affiliate
help.
marketing.
Wow. That's
so it's funny how that the people you are hoping God will use to help you, they need help too. And that is why you must never feel exactly. That's why you must never feel entitled to people's help, because the person you are praying to help you, he needs help, but he can't tell you because you are in a lower level.
Than he is at the moment.
Yes, you are the one who think you need his help. But you see, everybody, new levels, new devils. Right now, you have your needs. Buhari have his needs.
Absolutely.
I have my needs. So for every level we come in life, we have needs. And so he later came to me to seek my help. But the point was, I was looking for his help. He tried, I think, but nothing worked because he's not Buhari. So he can't determine who gets a federal government job in National Assembly, right? When you are not a politician. Point is, I couldn't get that job. I felt like a failure because I have a 2-2, and most applications I applied for was 2-1. So it felt like, Joseph, go and learn something new. Yeah, this is it. Like, if you are going to wait for your degree, you are a failure already. Nobody's going to employ you and pay you well. They are going to underpay you. I was earning 40K per month as a graduate then. And if I'm going to leave 40K per month to times 3 of my salary, 120K per month, I realized that I will have to go for online certifications like PMP, Nebosh, and those other many things. But I didn't have the money for PMP. PMP was around 500,000 naira. Okay, wow. I think somewhere around there, the professional PMP, not all these roadside PMP that they do this. So I said, okay, fine. Since it's about certification, something I can add to myself, adding value to myself, I said, fine, let me get another certification. I looked for digital marketing. It was 350,000 naira. Say, hey, wow, we are one C money, right? Thank God for platforms like Learnoflix, where you learn 14 globally proven skills for as low as $100. People don't know what they are getting there. And it's funny. The truth is, forget hype, Madam EJ. Forget, say, we're on the podcast, we're trying to sound nice. See, forget platform, forget hype, forget anything. If you were to be with me at home, want to speak pidgin, it is still a steal. Even in Learnoflix, puts it at 200,000 naira. It is still a steal, right? So people don't know the value of learning skills. I mean, practically from people who have been there, done that. I'm not talking about some random YouTube video. People with no road. Having people like Sam Harvard who have been there, Coach Kenny, myself, even yourself, guiding them. They don't know the value. So when I saw it, hey, it was like steal, Joro. I knew it was a steal. I knew it was an opportunity I have to take advantage of, but I did not have the money. So I started looking for who would borrow me money. By this time last year, today is January 22nd, right? 23rd. By this time last year, I was still hoping somebody that will borrow me money. I spoke to neighbor. Now let's go to remember who I not talk to. Right? I spoke to neighbors, I spoke to family, I spoke to friends. Please, I need 50,000 naira for this online training. Finally, I was lucky enough to get money from Mom C, and that was how I got the loan February 5th. Fear catch me sharp because I was not sure of what
am I going to pay back? Am I going to make the money
because
back?
If this money lost, how I want to pay out. Because as at this time last year, if you arrested me and said, Joseph, bring your own 5,000 naira or you will die in prison.
You're
I can't afford
empty.
that.
Like, say, just take me
I am
away.
empty. I remember it took me weeks to ask somebody to borrow me 5,000 naira. It took weeks to bring it out. So it was that bad this time last year, 2021. So I came into the online space with this sense of like I have burnt my bridges.
Like this is it. It either works or it works. No option.
My sister. And that's why it baffles me when people come to me to say, I hope I succeed. I'm like, you never suffer rich. Suffer not the tire you have been. Oh, because the kind of suffer that happened to me.
You must succeed. It's not I may.
I came in with this mentality that if there's a 1% chance that one person will succeed,
I will be the one. Wow.
So it's funny how people, we see 100 testimonials and they will cling on to that one person that said, I tried it did not work.
Did not work.
And you just want to be discouraged. For me, I saw this guy there, Bruno. He was selling online. I joined his mentorship group. Later on, I met Coach Kenny. But the point is, before I came on the online marketing space, it was frustration. It was anger with God. You know, when you pray for breakthrough, you don't fast. Nothing is happening. No magic is falling down from the sky. I feel like, I beg God, don't fail me. You sure say this Christianity thing, they work. You sure? I started questioning. I started questioning my beliefs from a standpoint of frustration, aggression. Life just felt bitter. And I just say, I'm not lame. I would have committed suicide.
Right? I know. I can really imagine.
Yeah, so this right now that I'm talking to you is the state of I don't want to say 90% of the average Nigerian youth right now.
The frustration,
some are still
right?
in school. The frustration. Some are still in school, still enjoying allowance, so they don't know what's going on.
They don't know what's up.
They graduate.
And that's the crux of things, especially back home in Nigeria, where the youths are not really exposed to the reality on time. Like we leave them and let them go through, finish school first, go finish university, and then you not dump them into life for real. And then they're there, they see their counterparts just saying, I've made 5 million, but they're not prepared in their mind to say, see, there's a process
for what is coming.
Exactly.
True.
I feel like the educational system has really failed us because they could have started preparing the minds of the people, of the students, of young people from the school, from year one. As you enter university, they should be telling you that, see, there is life out there and you need to start looking at life in a particular way. But, people just wait till they are done. Then they go for service before it now hits them in reality, like, oh my God, what's going on here? And, it's just really sad.
The truth is that the educational system in itself is programmed to fail us. It's not a Nigerian thing. Robert Kiyosaki is not Nigerian, but he speaks against the educational system a lot. Elon Musk is not Nigerian, but he speaks against it a lot. There's this lady that always talks about how that school programs you to be an employee. Do you understand why it's a failure? Because Buhari, on the other hand, is telling you that you can go to a good school, graduate with a good degree, and still not get a job. But the school system is teaching you how to get a job that is not available.
That's not, absolutely.
So that is why it's programmed to fail you, because it is programming you for what is not available.
What's not available, right? Absolutely, yeah.
Exactly. It's not programming you for a real world. And that is why true education begins after school ends.
True.
Right? Except we have parents that knows what's up. I mean, for example, energetic EJ, I don't expect that your children should be facing the same ignorant things.
Oh, no way, man.
You've been there, done that. You're not just going to leave them to one school, right?
No way.
My children,
they don't need to go immediately, right? Because I've told my son, he's currently in SS2, and I'm like, you know what? Just wait and finish SS3. Then we will now push you into the world first. Then when you know who you are and sure of what you want to study, then you can go to university. You don't need to rush and say, I want to go to university because everybody's going to university. No. And he's 15 and now he's always thinking like, Mom, I wish there's a business I could do. Although he has a business that he wants to do, but he's just always thinking like, I want to do something. I want to have a business so that, I can take care of my small expenses.
Needs.
At 15, I'm like, when I was 15, his mommy and daddy will just be waiting for.
True. Funny enough, I started learning. I've always loved walking. Because I grew up meeting my mom as the only benefactor I had. My mom raised us. So it was a case of I was his first son and I needed to support mom in any way. So we started walking as early as 13. right? Phone booth, how far you want to recharge card selling. For me, from GSS1, my children will start learning coding, programming.
Absolutely. I'm
My
telling you.
former boss, his son, I think was in GSS1, he was already a programmer.
Wow.
Somewhere around
Seriously,
11,
this is
12. Don't see.
important.
The truth is, don't wait for them to even enter SS1. It's too long,
Yeah.
because let me show you something. The things they are learning in SS1 is to prepare them for the university, which in quotes is a failed system. So what they are learning, more like they are preparing for a failed system. That is why, because ideally, there are some schools that around SS1 to SS3, they will start teaching them music. If there are some schools that incorporate things like programming, because they are trying to make sure that they are
They
raised
have
from childhood.
yeah.
Go to these Chinese countries, for example. These guys are raised from 6. You see
Yes.
a
He's
6-year-old
already
pianist.
thinking. Yeah.
So, recently on the Twitter space yesterday, I saw an 11-year-old guy who is already a programmer, has run programs, and is already talking 6 figures in dollars. 11 years old. He's so smart that he talks like an adult in a Twitter space. He talks about my business, NFTs, and all that. He said he has been in the, I think, digital as a digital creator, right, for NFTs. He has been there for the past, I think, 48 months. That's about 4 years. So that means if we remove 4 years from his present age, he started this in 7.
Wow.
6 or 7. 6 or 7. Why? It's a product of exposure. So
absolutely.
the point is, even taking them to GSS1, SS3 is still flogging the matter. Because between SS1 to SS3 is their age of, is the
formation.
Is information. They are ready to divulge information. That's their only job. They don't have girlfriends or family or children responsibilities. At that age, all they know how to do is to play and learn. So if you present the learning phase for them in such a way that it engages their mind, they will grab it. And that is the beginning of building a sustainable brand. Start early.
Wow.
Start
fantastic.
early and stay consistent.
Yes.
Start early and stay consistent.
Absolutely.
Right? So you hear that Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook when he was still a teenager. And I asked myself, where was I when he was doing all of that? What was in my head? Because for somebody to start something as young as a teenager, it means his formative years was more than 5 years before.
Yeah.
He has been learning, getting exposure, and he came up with an idea that has made him a billionaire in dollars. It didn't happen in 1 year. He dropped out. I heard he dropped out of school.
Harvard,
right?
Yeah.
It takes a level of from Harvard. A school like Harvard, that some of us we
died here.
So that they will say you graduated from Harvard. So to deliberately, because I'm sure his parents will not be happy with that decision.
Absolutely. But for him to be able to make a decision at that age,
good at that age. So to deliberately drop out from a place like Harvard, it means his mind was long developed.
Absolutely.
Because you see, when the mind is well developed, you can begin to project into the future and say, okay, the future is going to look like this, look like what Gary Vee is doing.
Yeah, you make calculated risk. You take calculated moves.
They know what's up. The question is, at that his age, how many Nigerian youths know what's up?
Wow.
How many Nigerian youths? At that billions, look at this lady, Niti Saran. I think I don't know a country. Niti Saran is 16, maybe go to 17 this year. And she's already a 6-figure in dollars. Raise a Twitter account, raise an Instagram account. 16 years old. Making money like it's child's play. What will a 16 years old do with $100,000? $50,000. But then she earns these things. She is popular. People respect her at 16. So if she is doing that at 16, she did not learn it at 15. She learned it way longer. She was exposed to it longer. So for you, for example, like energetic, your kids from 11 start exposing them to this because there's this deception that no, you must
still
you must go to school. Why?
Yeah, why?
No. Let's be frank, because the idea of school is having access to the right information that will give you the quality of life you want. It's as simple as that. It's not as if you don't go to SS1, you will miss heaven. Or okay, what is the use at the end of the day?
It should be about education, not even about schooling. And that's the truth. I think I saw a quote recently, like, do not let education rob you. Do not let schooling rob you of education, because at the end of the day, they are not the same thing. Going to school and being educated is not the same. And that's why you see, some of our, in our time, There were people who studied computer science and they did not even see a computer till they finished their 4 years
No
course.
control. They don't even know control C.
What is that? There's no education there. They just went to school. So it's like, I feel you. Start early.
So
But,
because
go on.
Let me get your question.
So I wanted to ask, like, I'm glad that you are a believer in this sense, because I know that when it comes to Nigeria, especially Africa, Nigeria, we carry religion on our head, which is not a bad thing. But we also need to give ourselves brain and use the sense that God has given to us. Yes. So now I know you're a Christian, so I'm or a believer. Let me put it that way. And when you're talking about money, I'm talking about a child, starting early, and children, getting making 6 figures already at a young age. Where do you equate that, or where do you strike the balance between that and a Nigerian youth also seeking to earn money by all means? And then putting the Christian part, like, when you were looking for, like your love of money kind of thing, because that's something that also holds some people back. Like, why are you so bent on making money? Like, you should be satisfied. You should just be okay with what God gives you. So how do you balance that as a young Christian person? Because I feel like there's some young Christians who might listen to this, who are young people that they can't, it's not like they admire it, like, oh my God, these people are working hard and they are saying, okay, money. But at the same time, what they've been taught already is that money is the root of all evil. So why should I even desire to earn? Why should I desire to make money? Because it's evil. It will lead me to destruction. How do you balance that?
Now, the first thing I want to say about that assumption, that as your money is the root of all evil, or the love of money is the root of all evil, first of all, a lot of people, because there's the difference between what is said and what is interpreted from the statement. Now, the truth is that a lot of times when people use that as an excuse, it's because it's a stupid assumption in their head. I started preaching the gospel from the age of 11. I mean, going from schools to preach the gospel. Now that also shows you that if I was taught about money as young as that age, I'll be doing a lot already.
Absolutely.
Good. I started preaching the gospel with such a level of clarity and confidence, and I've known one thing all my life: the gospel. And there's no place I've seen in that same gospel that explains money in a very negative sense that a lot of people use to. And love of money is the root of all evil. Don't seek money. Where did your Bible say that? No. See, the difference is that when the Bible says, let they that use this word not abuse it. The idea is to make the money, but don't live for the money. There's this scripture that people say, Jesus said it is easier for a man, to
pass through the middle eyes,
than for a rich man. That scripture, because to understand scripture, you have to balance it with scriptures. What it was saying there is, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a man who trusts in his riches. Nicodemus was rich. Joseph of Arimathea was rich.
Even Matthew.
There were many.
Matthew.
The difference is that Peter said, Lord, we left everything to follow you, because they were called apostles. Now, God is not saying today that you should leave your career and be doing church, except you are called into ministry. Even these days, we have pastors who are purely into business. There is no law. You see, as a child of God, there is no hard line law that you must do it like this to make heaven. There's nothing like that. We choose. Just as sometimes God can say, okay, for your focus, put this thing aside. For you. Don't make it a law for everyone.
Made. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Custom made.
Because this whole question of money, the Bible says, through prosperity shall my kingdom spread abroad.
Say it.
Do you understand that? When you read your Bible very well, you realize that God is hard pressed. Let me use that word. More interested and intentional about your financial progress than you are. The Bible says money is a defense. Wisdom is a defense. But the wisdom of a wise man is despised.
Of a poor man.
Of a poor man, thank you, is despised. Abraham, Bible says he was rich to the 4th generation. Who made him rich? God. Now, this was a man that forsook his family, his country, yet he was so rich that his 4th generation, even if they did not work, they would not be hungry. He died and went to heaven, and God gave him a bosom. Lazarus was poor to the teeth. He died and went to squat with Abraham in heaven. Abraham's bosom. What does that show you? Whether you go to heaven, rich or poor, is your choice. You will go to the heaven.
Goodness, that's so good.
Say,
That is so good.
yeah. You still go squat for heaven. It was so poor.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, let's bring it back home now. So, as somebody
Yeah.
coming, like I just your story is such an inspirational one to show anybody watching this or listening to this that you can actually start a thing. And when you put your
Mhm.
all into it in 1 year, there could be a dramatic difference that even you will question yourself, like, wait, now maybe this is this me?
Very true.
How come?
Very
So
true.
this is the story of Joseph. So now tell us or share with us, what are some of the things that you have done that have worked for you that will help anybody who is just starting? Let's say, okay, finally, you've not made up your mind before now to get into the online space. You've been hearing your friends have been inviting you, come and do this, come and do that, but you're very skeptical. Now you've heard Joseph's story. You've heard his story. Isn't it wonderful that his name is Joseph? And story Joseph in the
Yeah.
Bible as well. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, fantastic. So,
True.
just in case, that might be a confirmation for somebody, right? So, now that you've heard his story and you know it's possible, please, Joseph, share with us some of the things that have worked for you that will make anybody who is starting out now to position well in the online space
Okay.
so that they can
All
get
right.
results, not like quick, because everything about doing soft quick is still a bit. I'm not
It doesn't
comfortable with
last.
it. Yes, when you do it quick, but I mean, 365 days is a long time. How did you do it? So
True.
share some tips with us.
All right. Thank you. Now, the first thing is that approach it like a marathon and not a sprint.
Hmm,
That's the first thing. The truth is, approach is very important.
absolutely.
Mindset is important. When I started this online marketing thing, I wasn't expecting much, honestly. Okay, I was expecting much, but I wasn't expecting much so soon because I'd
Hmm,
already gotten used to the idea of to make money, you have to go to school 4 years first to get a good job that will pay you 120K. You can imagine. So I've already gotten used to the idea of to earn more than that 120K, you have to go and do a master's program for 1 year or maybe 2 years
That's another
to
money you spend.
upgrade. You are spending more money to get money. And it's usually that you are spending more to earn less.
Yes.
You spend millions in school. Your salary in a full year sometimes
What
can't
you
pay your
get?
school fees.
Lord.
Even if you are paying 120, right? There are some people who go to private school, universities. Their salary can't in 1 year can't even pay what they spent
One
for
trimester.
years. So the point is, see it first of all like that the process of life is you need to go through a learning curve, then end. That way, you will not be in a haste to say, no, I want it to happen. Even if you are a farmer, if you want to eat corn today, you should plant it 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Right? They say the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So approach it like you are farming, you are planting a tree, you are building something. Even a skyscraper. If you want to build a skyscraper future, you don't expect to build it overnight. It doesn't work, right? You need things. So the same thing, you need time to work. So when you have that right balanced approach that this thing will not happen overnight, but it will surely happen, you'll be relaxed. And that is the first. See, this is often overlooked, but it is the first and most important prerequisite to succeeding in any business, whether online or offline.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that way, your decisions are going to be calculated and balanced because you are not expecting some magic beans approach to it.
Your expectations are real. They are not superficial.
Are realistic.
Yeah.
Good. So when I started, I knew about this because the digital marketing I wanted to learn, they told me 1 year. Masters will take you 1 year. So I was like, let me approach this thing like I'm approaching a master's program.
Fantastic.
So I'm taking this next 1 year
to learn.
And that's what it did. I'm still in my learning phase. I tell people I've not scratched the surface. That's why I'm not distracted, even if I make 2 million today, because I know I'm still learning.
Wow.
When I've got to where I want to get to, I will know.
Wow.
Right? So that's the right mentality. We do not become comfortable. We don't settle to say, oh, I got the hammer now. Yes, I have arrived. No, we don't consider ourselves to have arrived anywhere. Where did you arrive? Because if you make 1 million, there's 10 million to make. If you make 10 million, there's 100
million. There's a billion.
Thank you. When you convert that, then when you start making billions, you start saying no. You want to convert your asset to dollars. I realize that billion is less
like
than some
thousands.
So you see that you are still in the poor masses, Sabi. So the first thing is approach it like that, knowing that I'm building, right? Coach Kenny will say, approach it like a bricklayer, right?
It's a
Number
building
one,
block.
approach is important. The building. So the next thing is understand.
Mm.
Apply your mind to learning. Now I've gotten the 30 DC, I've gotten this course, I've gotten that course, I've gotten this blueprint,
Mm.
and all that. Next thing is understand the course, understand the training. If you are selling a product, maybe it is e-commerce or whatever, point is understand what you have with you, understand the offer, right? So number one, see it as a marathon. Number two, understand the offer. And if I'm to take it more, it's more like saying understand the product, understand what you are selling. What are you selling? How valuable is what I am selling? Who is my product meant for? So that takes us to the next thing, understanding who it is meant for, audience. Right? If I'm selling, let's say, for example, a weight loss product, I understand weight loss people. Who are the kind of people dealing with weight loss? Number one, first of all, if I'm selling a weight loss product, I want to first of all check why weight loss. Why do people want to lose weight? What are the health benefits of losing weight? So I research on losing weight, right? And how to lose weight and the challenges people experience in losing weight. Are you seeing that now? What is the fastest approach? What are the challenges people experience? What are the pain points, right? So when I understand the offer, the products well, the next thing I go to, who is this thing meant for? People that want to lose weight, big men that have arrived, they eat a lot, right? Pregnant women that just delivered, a lot of women want to keep fit because it helps them to look sassy, you know. You know what I'm saying? They don't want small girls to steal their husband, right? So I understand that, okay, fine. These are the people my weight loss product is meant for. Now, when I understand that, I get to say, okay, now these women, what are the common challenges they have to losing weight? Oh, they try to exercise, but the problem is that they have an issue with discipline. Okay, they try to drink pill, but it doesn't work. Exercise can look like a painful routine, so they do not do it. I go soon do, and procrastination comes in. I understand the problems. You see, research. That is why it does not happen overnight. Sure, you get. So it takes time of research, studying, jumping from one podcast to another, YouTube video, live session, seminar, to know exactly your audience. Where do they gather? What are they saying? What are their pain points? Okay, to lose weight, I need to exercise, but why don't everyone do it? Oh, exercise is painful. Oh, I'm a busy 9 to 5. Oh, I don't have money to register in the gym. All the questions and the challenges around your offer, you need to know these things. When you know these things very well, you now connect. Now I know my product is this. These are the pain points. So how can my products reduce this pain point, solve this problem? For example, I am selling a digital marketing product, for example. Let's even come down home, right? Now, when I started with mine, this same thing, I understood that, okay, fine, this digital marketing product, it's not just about digital marketing. It teaches you skills to leverage on. Question is, why do I need a skill? Well, for those that still have not recognized this yet, skill pays more than a degree because there are no jobs. Now, even the jobs that are available are skill-based jobs. And as I'm speaking to you, I know a 200 level, a 300 level student of computer engineering science who is earning $2,000 per month as a copywriter. Now, he's already earning more than his lecturers, but he's not even a graduate yet. So that guy is definitely not going to graduate looking for a job.
Absolutely.
So most of the jobs you see now, a lot of them are skill-based, not degree-based. So you stand a better chance because you have a skill than a degree. It is a plus for you if you add a skill to your degree. But more important than your degree, because I know people with that degree, school dropouts, doing better than graduates, whether you have a PhD. So that answers the why skills. Then the next thing is why online? Why not offline? Because COVID-19 came recently, and the chances right now, I think India is still on lockdown as we speak.
Yeah,
right?
To an extent,
everything is shifting. Yeah, everything is shifting more to virtual reality. You see NFTs, even Facebook had to rebrand to Metaverse. So you might not realize it, but everything
there's a shift already. Yeah,
there's a shift already. Now, people do not realize this. Now, my job is to know these factors, these facts,
and to make people know.
Where they good. Now, this is where the marketing is not come and buy. No, marketing is information. Marketing is entertainment. You understand that? Marketing is education. Marketing is insight. You don't say, I have a digital product. People are using it to make money. When you buy it, you will make money. That's a very lame approach to selling. No, nobody will buy it that way because MMM came around. So why should I? There was Rack Stelly, and it's even online. People have this mentality that anything online does not last.
Yeah.
So you don't expect to take an online product to that same person and expect them to just say, "Whoa, I've been waiting for you. I will buy." It does not work that way, right? And also the fact is that $100 is not something that any person can just snap. There are people who do not end up to $40 per month. There are people who don't end up to $50 per month. So telling somebody $100
to come and pay $100 like.
So when I understood these factors are number one, not a sprint, a marathon. Number two, understand your product very well, because in the information of your product contains who it is meant for, contains how to sell it. So I sell a digital marketing course that teaches people how to leverage on soft skills to earn money online. Now, why soft skills? Because it gives you a chance to earn better. Why digital marketing? Because it can even pay you better than your degree you put together. Also, why these things put together? Because the unemployment rate is terrible, and you can still graduate with a first class and be
not have a job.
If you are even lucky to have a job. Thank you. So I realized that these are the pain points because I was once there. I once worked 40,000 hours per month. I lost that job and I was not even earning up to 5,000 per month. What was surviving me was my barbing salon skills. So this person will call me for home service and I will barb him. He will pay me 5,000, will pay me 4,000, will pay me 3,000. That's how I was surviving per month. So the little skill I had was what was sustaining me.
So imagine if you now have more of those, more skills. You have more streams. Wow.
Thank you. So the point is that right now, your financial capabilities is directly proportional to the skills at your disposal. Yeah, right now, the reason I'm earning, I don't know who will be listening to this in tomorrow, but the reason I'm earning more than you is because I know what you don't know. Not because I have better degree. I'm not using degree. This is not degree based. This is not because I pray better. No lie. All right. It's not prayer. It's not magic. It's because I gave myself to what you're not giving yourself to. I calm down. You the worry. Right? I took time to learn. You want blow overnight. That's the difference between me and that person right now. So understand who your offer is meant for. After you've known the offer, you've known the audience, the next thing is that you brand yourself. Now, in branding yourself, you don't want to use a selfie as your profile picture on social media because people buy from you, buy into you on social media by how you look. So you can be an angel in person. If your profile picture is a devil, sorry, social media will consider you as a Satan.
Devil.
That's simple. So you are what you put up for people to see because they just automatically conclude that for you to put this up, this is the best you can offer. This is the best you can offer. They know there is no Mopo, not a guide photo studio where they snap picture. If you don't go there, it means you don't rate yourself much. That's just common sense, but people don't think about it. Somebody came to me today and said, my sales are this, my sales are that. And I went to his profile on Facebook and he's wearing one funny shirt, standing in one ugly background. And you expect people to take you seriously. You are not even serious.
Like they don't even know, like, how am I sure that this person is not running away with my money?
Not a scammer. Thank you. Thank you.
You have to look the part.
So you have to look the part because people buy into you first before they buy whatever you're selling. You can't say you are selling a product for long hair and you have bad head. No, you are selling weight loss pill. Meanwhile, you are fatter than
it's possible. It's possible. It's happening these days, though.
That's why it is bad marketing. You check these products, for example, like they will say a weight loss, they will go and take a model. And the model will now advertise the product for them. It's not that it's their weight loss that worked for that model.
Yeah.
But people will just conclude.
The conception, the perception, yes. Even with all this body cream, beauty products. It doesn't mean that, the models use those things, yes.
Davido is a brand ambassador for Infinix. How will Davido be using Infinix? No, how?
It's PA.
Somebody that can buy iPhone customized gold edition. iPhone coming, we buy it. That's only limited edition. But he's the one. Now, funny enough, it worked on Nigerians. Wizkid is modeling for techno. It's working. Do you get it? That is the idea. You have to look like what you are selling. So you go to a studio, you take a look. I tell people before you even go to the studio, eat well. Maybe for like 3 days. Don't stress yourself.
So they are not looking stressed.
Sleep. Take afternoon nap, 1 to 2 hours daily. In 3 days' time, your body will recover. Drink a lot of milk if possible, right? So that you don't go to the studio and snap and your eyes are bulging out like, "Oh, I want to faint," right? So,
Oh
so
my
go to the
goodness.
studio, right? Take a good dashing picture. Don't go and do all those Oga snap at 200 naira now. They will snap rubbish for you. If it's
They
your
will
last
slap
2K,
you.
thank you. So no, some will accept that money, but they will snap
No,
you.
I mean
No,
like this. The picture will be slapped. It's not snapped.
thank you, exactly. Right. So you want to spend good money in that area because it is going to give you a lot of revenue in time. So when I did that, I took a good photo of myself, had nice cut and all that. When I changed my Facebook profile picture with that same picture, I started receiving as much as 500 new friend requests daily.
Mm.
Now, this is called inbound marketing. When people are coming to you, flocking to you, following you like that for free, it means your contents are gaining traction. Your contents are attracting the people, your type of people to you.
And then you can
And
leverage
that's,
that.
if nobody is, thank you. So when they come to you, you can now, that's where your first marketing begins. You send them a DM. Oh, welcome. Thank you for sending me a friend request. Or thank you for connecting. I am this. I'm into this. And, you pitch your offer then, right? Whenever you feel like you need anything, let me know. That's when you start building relationships in the DM.
Wow. In
That's where the
fact,
first.
actually, you have gone through how many points now? About 4 points. So number one, take it as a marathon, not a sprint.
True.
It's not going to happen
True.
overnight. You have to take your time. Number two, understand what you're doing, understand your product, understand the people that it is for, understand what you're selling so that you're able to sell it well. You're able to connect the pain point with the result or the result or the solution that your product is creating for your audience, right? And then number four is just look the part. Look the part on your profile. So as you're going online, if you're not ready yet to have a good look, I mean, I'm not saying that I should stop you, but just don't do the barest minimum. At least put an effort into it. Let people see that, okay, this person is serious about this. It doesn't mean that is that first picture that you take that you're going to use forever. You can actually keep upgrading as you start to earn. You can go for another photo shoot that is even better than the current one you are using.
Very true.
But it's just you putting thought into it because it also tells your audience that this person is serious. This person wants to be perceived as somebody of value.
A professional, exactly.
So that when you are now sharing those value, there is a correlation because sometimes when you even see some value shared and you see the person shared is like, this is a borrowed value. Maybe, this person must have copied. It doesn't look like something this nice can come out of him or her. So please, you have to pay attention. And I know there are more, and you've already heard Coach Joseph's story. So you know that it has a lot for you. So I'm just going to let us pause it here. Otherwise, we're going to stay and turn this into a masterclass.
For the next 2 hours. Very true. Very true. Very true.
So what we'll do is, Coach Inneh, how can people connect with you? Because I know you also do so well on a platform like LinkedIn. Like you are almost, I'm waiting for the day LinkedIn is going to introduce you as a LinkedIn influencer. That's what I'm waiting. I'm looking forward to that post, right? So I know you do so well there. And yes, the other platforms, and I know you practice that thing. Like, see, first of all, be grounded in one platform. Then you can spread your tentacles all over. And for you, your major platform is LinkedIn and you're doing amazing work there. Well done. So how can people connect with you? Let us just plug that in so that they can come after you. They can rush you like shawarma and come learn from you.
All right, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name Inneh Joseph. So I don't know if there's some description. It's the same name, right? You can even just check your Google search. You will see me on LinkedIn and every other place on social media. So Inneh Joseph, my profiles are everywhere. Instagram at Inneh Joseph, Twitter at Inneh Joseph, LinkedIn Inneh Joseph, Facebook
Fantastic.
Inneh Joseph.
That is another thing about branding yourself. Be easy to find online. If it's possible, use the same name across platform so that when they come to you, use the same name, use the same image. So that when anybody
True.
clicks on your name, they just know, that's the person I'm looking for. That's the person I'm like, I know this, that's the picture I'm looking for. So that is another way to set up a lasting online brand. And I do hope that you've gotten one or two things. In fact, if you haven't, then you've not been listening. So I would encourage you to
True.
go listen again from the top of this, episode, and listen in very good. And then if you need help with actually settling in, you can reach out to Coach Inneh Joseph. He's going to help you. And if you want to join the online space, right, and say, okay, what is this online thing you're talking about? What are we offering here? For example, at Learnoflix, we offer a platform that trains super affiliates, which means you are there. We train you to be a middleman between the person who has a problem and the person who has a solution. All you are doing is connecting both of them. So somebody has a solution, somebody who has a problem, you bring them together and you get your commission out of that. That's what affiliate marketing is about in simple terms. But then what we do at Learnoflix is we train you to have the skills that you need to do that, right? And that's what Coach Inneh was mentioning when he was talking about 30 DC. Amazing course for 30 straight days. Man, that was one super course. Like, I don't even know. like you
True.
said,
Very true.
is the $100 worth is peanuts compared to the value that you are going to get. I still get people coming to me like, oh, I started my podcast after listening to your session on 30 DIC. God bless you. Thank you so much. You see, and this was
True.
what months ago, and people are still being, transformed by it. So if you want to be a part of that, you can reach out to us. If you reach out to Coach Inneh, fine, he's going to plug you in. And if you reach out to me as well, I'm going to plug you in. So whichever of us, it has to come through one person, right? It's better for you if you go through a person. So you could either go through Coach Inneh or you can go through me, okay? And that is all that we'll have for you from this episode. Thank you so much, Coach Inneh Joseph, for
Thank you,
just
EJ.
sharing
Thank you
and
for
for
having
allowing
me.
us to know that this thing works. You just need time
It
and
works.
the right
You just
mindset.
need
What will
time.
be your final word for anybody watching or listening to this right now?
Well, money loves speed. And so, if you're really serious about changing your financial fortunes, don't overthink it. Plunge into it. If you've started already, don't lose focus. Stay on track. Thank you.
Woo! Love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having
Thank
you
you.
here. Thank you, thank you, thank
Same
you.
here.
We'll see you soon. Thank you. All right, guys. So
Thank
till I
you.
come your way again with another episode on Learnoflix Podcast, this is the energetic EJ signing out saying, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Peace. Bye.